Here, please. Hello.
Hello, buonasera.
Buonasera. I would like to ask you perhaps a tricky question. And it's with things in today, like they are economically, politically, and ecologically also, what do you think is the role of cinema and what motivates you to keep going in this way, making pictures?
Tell you what I planned, one of the things I plan to say tonight when I accept this magnificent award. One of the things I'm going to say is in part an answer to your question. It was Bertolt Brecht, the German playwright, essayist, and poet, who said, "Art is not a mirror to be held up to society. Art is a hammer with which to reshape it." That's the role of cinema. The role of cinema is to help people find a way toward acceptance of who they are and who everyone else is, and to respect that. Sorcerer is not as direct a film as The Exorcist. It's not on the nose, the power of Christ. Sorcerer is a metaphor for the nations of the world that can't get along. And if they don't get along, if they can't find a way to respect one another's culture and to respect the nature that God has given us, they will explode. There's no doubt in my mind that the world right now, today, is on the edge of extinction. Just open your own newspapers or websites or whatever. America threatens Syria. Iran threatens Israel. Russia threatens anybody else. Everybody's threatening everybody today in a way that I haven't experienced since the Second World War. Only now the weapons are nuclear, and all it takes is one madman to end the whole thing. This is the first time in history that one madman, whoever it may be, could end our civilization as we know it. And that's what my film Sorcerer is a metaphor about. And I think it is the role of cinema to search for a way for people, even people who don't necessarily like one another, to find a way to come together. Does that answer your question or not?
Yes, partially, because then how do you make cinema not to be only a servant for distraction, let's say, or giving an easy answer to say everything is okay and the good guy will win?
Everything's not okay. There is nobody flying around in a spandex suit with a letter on his chest or her chest and saving the world. There is nobody. There's no Superman. There is no Batman. There are only ordinary human beings, like me, like you. They're only ordinary human beings. And I think the only real solution that could possibly come along is if the world again comes up with a Gandhi or an Anwar Sadat or a Martin Luther King Jr., or somebody who is ready to stake their lives on peace and compromise. Without that, we all need leadership because we all have governments. We can't just do what we want to do. We have a government that makes laws about what we do. When I see our government provoking or threatening another country, I'm ashamed. So I think this is a major, major role of cinema. America cannot be the policeman of the world. Can't. Nobody can. But everybody threatens the world today. Every country.